Hello, people. Hi, Remy. What's up, buddy? Hey. Pardon the mess. I'm still moving in. This is my first few days here in the new apartment. Hey, Jux. You too. Yeah. Alright. So like I said, I'm still moving in. As you see, just no furniture. And then I moved my table, and I don't know what happened to the fourth leg here. So I gotta go back to the parents' home over at the ranch and see if I left it somewhere. If not, maybe I rented a U-Haul truck, so maybe I left it in the U-Haul truck. I did call them yesterday. They said they'd call me back within a few minutes. No call back, so that's what I have planned today. Plus school homework, essays that I have to do to turn in by Monday, 2 days from now. So yeah, busy. But that's not the point of this video. I have not uploaded, I don't think, maybe 1 or 2 videos since I moved to Texas from BC. Mainly because internet. Oh my god. So although I think HughesNet internet is awesome, they're not that awesome in the long term, in the long run. Just, you know, I'm still paying for it actually. I need to cancel that service, which is going to cost me another like $300 for fees, you know, early termination fees, but that's a different story. No, so for like $50, and this includes the modem, the satellite modem deal, and you know, the equipment. $50 a month, I get 10 gigabytes of data, and then after that, speed just drops like dramatically. Just, you know, you barely can just tell you have enough or any connection at all. So I go online and I load a page, and it takes a while. It's a little faster than dial-up modem if you ever had that or dial-up service, but I mean, it's good for homework, for basic online research and whatnot, but I can't upload any videos, and I can't use up the 10 gigabytes because, you know, well, I can, I guess, but so I have Plex Media and like all these servers and stuff, and the data is spent within a day or two, maybe, you know, within a week, I would say, but also family there, you know, using it up. They have their own, so we have 2 providers at my parents' house. They have AT&T, which also sucks. I mean, they're in the middle of nowhere. It's a ranch, no buildings. Our nearest neighbors are like half a mile and a mile away. It's just, it's insane. But yeah, you can't, you know, internet service out there just sucks. It's not good for like uploading and downloading videos and that stuff. So so that's the reason I haven't been uploading any videos. Okay, now 4 minutes in, 3 minutes 30, whatever. Like I said, going back to this, I'm moving in for college mainly to an apartment closer to Houston. It's closer to the city limits anyway. Great area. It's called the Woodlands. We lived here for a few years back before my military years. Loved it. It's awesome. You know, it's developing. Actually, more than developing, it's actually a nice, very nice area. If you're from around here, you probably have good money or businesses or, you know, whatever. It's plus, again, you know, it's a great developing area. My cat's running around like crazy. And Texas is only going to grow even more in the next 10, 15, 20 years. So I'm in class, and we're discussing how like politics and economy is going to grow, mainly in Texas. California is going to decrease. New York's going to decrease. It's primarily going to be Texas the state that's going to grow the most over the next few years. Oh my god, I keep sidetracking. Anyway, so yeah, nice area, you know, nice apartment. Again, pardon the mess, like, you know, messy, whatever. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm paying $800 for it, which is not bad. I had a bargain for it. I had to say I'm a student, which I am, and I'm a veteran, which I am, and I'm usually not, you know, I'm not like that, but I was told a price when I first contacted them, and then they ended up increasing the price each time I came over to look at apartments, and I said no. You know, the only reason I said yes was because I was given a price. So long story short, I got a nice apartment for a somewhat okay deal. It's way cheaper than in DC anyway. In DC I was paying $2,000 for an apartment, which is, and it's probably as big as this one, which is not, yeah, it's crazy. So I first moved, still getting over a cold or cough that's not going away actually. I moved my pond in here. It was at my parents' ranch outside. Well, initially it was in my sister's room because that's the only place that would hold, I mean, you know, my sisters have their bedrooms downstairs. My brother and I have our bedrooms upstairs, and my parents, you know, they have their own. I don't want to, you know, I shouldn't have to put fish in my parents' room. But my sister was, you know, she loves animals the way I do, so she's like, hey, put these fish in my room. So I did, but then I don't know, I just felt weird walking in there, like every now and then to change the water, etc. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna put this outside, and I did. So this was outside in front of the house for 1 or 2 months, and then I moved out here. So I took out all the water. I folded this thing up. This is nice. I love this. They didn't let me have it in DC, so I had to. If you see my video, or actually 2 or 3 videos, I had to build an acrylic tank, basically this size, 4x4 by 2 feet or 3 feet, which cost me close to $2,000 with the raw material, you know, which is the sheets and the glue, plus like clamps and all that. But I mean, a tank like that would have cost me easily $7,000. You know, now that thing is sitting out in the back of my parents' house. I need to figure out how to. On moving it over here, it was a mess. First of all, it's very heavy. Such large tank like that can be very heavy, and I kind of broke it. I cracked it, but you know, hey, whatever. Damage is done. I think I can probably take it over to some place. They can cut it, you know, in like 2 by 3 foot slabs or something like that. Something smaller, you know, where I can still use enough of the material to make a large tank. So I want to rebuild the whole thing and probably, I don't know, sell it or you know, maybe 3-4 years when I finish college here, I can take it, you know, to whatever house I move or wherever I go, and build a stand there and display some awesome fish, you know, whatever. I don't know. I just want to rebuild it. It's a lot of money that I spent, and it's just sitting out there, you know, come on. But yeah, so I packed this up. I put this in my smart car, all folded up. Same thing with the filters. Believe it or not, yes, all this fit in my smart car all at once. And then I brought the fish in, I don't know where that bin is, but it was a plastic bin about the size of this, probably half the size of this 20-gallon tank. Yeah, and then I pumped some water in here with a water hose that I used. I plugged into the washing machine faucet deal, and yeah, filled it up, and now the fish are doing well here. This is my old 20-gallon tank, actually my first tank since I joined the Navy, and I plan to put some fish here. So I'm gonna put some fish here. I'm gonna leave my 55-gallon acrylic aquarium tank, aquarium, over at my parents' house. My sisters, you know, loved watching it. You know, especially it's good for my paralyzed sister to look at something to help her forget about her being paralyzed. She's going into therapy in March, hopefully. She's like number 37 out of 100, and that number is kind of going, you know, she's moving up in line. I would say about 25 to 30 people a month. So all that considered, she'd probably be in therapy by March around this time, at the latest by the end of March. But yeah, she's been through a lot. Strong lady, strong woman, mentally and emotionally. She's being strong for her and the family and her daughter. But yeah. So I'm gonna leave those fish over there, that tank over there for her, for the family, and of course I'll go back and feed and clean every now and then. But I want to pick out the best of those fish, the best of those swordtails and platies, and bring them in here. And I don't know, like maybe, you know, they'll make, of course they're gonna multiply, but they'll create these the colors that I want. I do want a certain look in fish. You know, I want darks and bright colors, like the tuxedo platies, the green lantern platies, but sharper, deeper colors, something like that. And plus, you know, if you have swordtails and hyphens, I do have some hybrids. You know, that'd make a beautiful fish. Imagine a platy with, you know, super long fins and rich colors. Whether that can be achievable, I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I want to do here. I want to experiment with that here. I thought about getting guppies again, but I've had so much bad luck with guppies. I mean, I've treated them, then they end up dying sooner or later. I don't know. They're also live bearers. They're comparable to platies, but I have bad luck with guppies. So plus guppies take a while to develop their colors, blah blah blah. So no, I think I'll just stick with platies. I like platies more. They're just they're, in my opinion, they're nicer. This is a little balcony out here. It's nice and cold. As you know, the country's been through some crazy weather, and not just the country. Actually, I've seen some people on Facebook and you know, these fish aquarium groups that they've also had the same comparable type of weather in like the UK and Europe and all those, you know, just different places around the world. Crazy. But yeah, that's the update for now. I'll upload a different. Hey Remy, crazy. I'll upload another video on me putting the fish in the tank. All right, folks. That's it for now. I want to watch this though. Get him! Get him, Chucks! 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 Do you want treats? Yeah, you want treats, right? All right, folks. I'm gonna give these cats some treats. Talk to you later. And this is, I just finished setting up this 20-gallon aquarium later in the day, and I went home, grabbed a few fish from my 55-gallon, filled this up with water. I brought my FX4. I have 4 FX6s and 1 FX4. I'm using 2 FX6s on the pond, and the other 2 FX6, one of them is at home on the 55-gallon, so I have a spare one, and then I have this FX4. The FX4 is, why did I close the door?
one of these hinges, one of these little knobs is, oh, this one is loose. It won't tighten. So this thing started leaking. I set it up and everything, and it started to leak. So I unplugged it, took it outside, and I placed these air bubbler filters instead of these sponge filters. And it's 2 of them. I think one of them is good for like a 10-gallon. So I figured maybe a 20-gallon. I'm not sure, but I figured okay, I'll buy 2. And I bought these in DC. I had these in DC because I was trying something different, and then I switched back because it was kind of a hassle to clean them. But it did work because obviously when you have fish fry, you don't want them to get sucked up into the filter, so this was a good option. But I just, lazy me, convenience. I didn't want to deal with all this, and I would just prefer having the outside filter taking care of that, rinsing it out, and quick and easy. Well, in my opinion, but as I'm saying this, it's kind of the same thing either way. All right, so I picked a few fish. I brought a few plants from home, some Java fern. I started off with 2, and they've been like multiplying, so that's a good thing. Out here at in the window with the sunlight, it's gonna help out a lot. Then I have some different 2 different types of mosses. I'm not sure what it's called, but I got that from outside, one of the creeks outside, that have some Christmas and then some Java moss. The fish, I just got like some of the best looking fish, or some of the healthiest looking fish that I thought I saw within 5 minutes. Both blue and red ones. Now that I see, I think I got a whole bunch of males. The gonopodiums are like obvious now, so that one's a female and she's pregnant. She's about to give birth, so hey, that's a good thing. The babies can get used to this new environment. I got little tiny ones that were born about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe longer actually. And yeah, I like I said earlier, I like the dark colors, the black and the orange. They're kind of like koi fish or goldfish almost. Hopefully the pattern will grow with them and they won't stay small as they grow. Then they'll turn out to be like Dalmatian looking ones. I don't want that. I want these patterns. I mean, look at that. That's like a little koi fish right there. It's kind of cool. That one's I think it's a swordtail. I mean, she looks just like her mom, so I think I have another swordtail here somewhere. Then obviously again, I brought some of the blue ones just to add some color and diversity and see what they make. I also brought on a straggler snail. They keep the aquarium healthy, so I didn't want to at first, but he kind of hitched right on the plants, and hey, it is what it is. They're awesome. They're not really pests. I mean, they can multiply quickly, but I don't think they're pests. They do their job in cleaning the aquarium. Obviously, she, because they multiply asexually, so it's a she. She's doing a great job cleaning the glass for me already. So, that's it for now. I don't have a lid. Mine broke on my way here, I think, or in DC. I can't remember now. But I don't think I need a lid unless I want a light. Maybe I'll get a lid later. There's a car with a trash bag right on top over it. Wow. Anyway, yeah, this is some of my equipment. I brought my water test kits and some extra. As I said before, it's always good to have battery powered air pumps in case your electricity goes out, whether it's a storm or whatever. I have a few, and I have tons and tons and tons of batteries. Like, I'm not even joking, like 30 or 40 batteries and a battery charger. So I have those. I have about 3 or 4 of these
air hose things. I did forget to bring one of my plant lamps to light that up, but I don't think it will be necessary. The outside light is just enough. Yeah, you can see all my junk here. I have an extra spare air pump, my water pump, so when I do water changes, this is actually convenient because I can just pump the dirty water out, water the plants, and then pump clean water back in from the faucet. So it kind of works out. It's not bad. All right. Well, that's it for now. We'll probably upload a video here in a few days. Hopefully, if I remember, if I'm not too busy. And the place will probably be cleaner. I couldn't find the other leg, so I'm sure it's at the U-Haul place. And I'm sure someone rented the truck, and I'm sure they probably got rid of the leg. So, yeah, such a nice, useful table. But, yeah, I'm careless, as you see, and I'm worry-free, as you see. All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching. That's it.